It is April 24th, 2014. It's lunchtime. Just finished up some work at the library here in Port Stanley, Ontario. Gonna go home, grab a bite to eat, but first it's mandatory if I'm in Port Stanley to do a little cruise to the beach to see what's going on. Now, April 24th, it's a little cool, a little early in the season, but nonetheless, let's go for a ride. First things first, I gotta get over this lift bridge. It is sketchy as hell on a motorcycle. Look at that metal mesh layout. It's so nasty to ride on, I hate it. Now anytime that you're down in the 782, you gotta show your respect and pay homage to the Indicas, of course. Anyway, enough of that. Got a quick little story here for you. So there's a bar up ahead here called the Pierside. And I was down in Port a few summers ago with a bunch of friends, and I had my dog Mojo with me. Oh, they must be going to the Slanty Shanty. Anyway, my friends and dog and I were walking by the pier side, and we see some advertisement that Troll was going to be playing later on that day, a local band. And yeah, there's the pier side on your right now. And so we walked in there, and I had my dog with me, and I asked the guy if I could have him in there on the patio anyway, and he said, yeah, no problem, absolutely, and showed us a table, and we sat down, took all our orders, and he come back a few minutes with everyone's beers and a big huge bowl of water for the dog. So that was pretty cool. And every time I ordered another drink, he always came out with fresh water for the dog, no charge, no fuss. It was great, and we of course were fully entertained by watching Troll play, and we had a great day. So this is Big Beach. It's located on the north shore of Lake Erie, smack dab between Windsor, Ontario, and Fort Erie, Ontario. For my American friends, that would be Detroit, Michigan, and Buffalo, New York. Anyway, as you can see, there isn't a whole lot going on here right now. It's April in Canada. It's just way too cold to be hanging out on the beach and having fun. So I'll just continue on here. Before I go, this restaurant right here, Mackey's, world famous fries and secret sauce, good eats. So let's go over to Little Beach and see what's going on. Since I got a minute, I'll tell another story about my dog Mojo. My friend Lincoln and I were up on the South River of Lake Nipissing, and we decided to go for a little canoe ride upstream to the falls. So we grabbed the canoe, throw it in the water, and my dog Mojo decides he wants to come with me. He follows me everywhere, of course. No, he was a big dog. He was 120 pounds in his beak, and strong. And we jump in the canoe off the dock, and Mojo jumps in the boat, and I tell him to lay down. And he was in the bow, and Mojo was in the middle, and Lincoln was in the back, and all we had was our life jackets, which we hadn't even put on yet, and a couple of oars. And so we push off the dock and start to turn the canoe around to head upstream. Here comes that sketchy bridge again. God, it's awful. Anyway, start paddling upstream, and Mojo decides to stand up and turn around to get a more comfortable position or whatever. Well, here's 120 pounds of dog standing up, circling around in this shaky canoe. Sure enough, tips the canoe over. We all go flying out upside down in the river. Now I come up and laughing, right? Of course, and I see Lincoln. He's swimming back towards the dock, and he's laughing, of course, too. And I'm gathering up everything I can find, canoes, the oars, and I'm throwing them up towards the shore, and I'm throwing the life jackets at Lincoln, and we're laughing and carrying on. And I look around. I'm like, "Where's the canoe?" Well, the canoe is upside down and going upstream. I'm thinking, what the hell? So I swim over towards the canoe, and as I get closer, I see my dog was white, and I see these white legs pumping underneath of this canoe. When the boat flipped over, I'm not exactly sure how it happened, but Mojo come up under the canoe, and he had gotten his arms over the yoke or whatever you call that, the part of the canoe that you put on your shoulders when you're portaging, and he'd gotten it up under his armpits, so he's kind of like hanging out under the canoe, but he's kicking his legs and he's paddling. He's paddling upside down, swimming, and his head's in the air gap underneath the canoe there, and he's just swimming away upstream with the canoe. So I swim over and I get a hold of the canoe. Well, now I'm trying to shake him out from underneath this thing, and he doesn't want to let go. So I'm fighting with him, trying to get this armpits out from underneath this thing, and finally I get him, I shake him loose, and because I can't touch the bottom, so it's just, 160 pounds of me versus 120 pounds of him. And anyway, finally I got him out of there, and I grabbed the canoe and drag it full of water upside down back towards shore, and Lincoln's on the shore now, and he's watching this, and he's busting his guts laughing at me. It was one of the funniest, most random things I've ever done with that dog. It was freaking hilarious. So here we are, little beach. As you can see, there's just tons of driftwood still on the beach. City workers or village workers will come and they'll get rid of all that driftwood and rake the beach and make it really nice. It's, as I say, it's kind of one of my favorite beaches. Really shallow and just not usually too busy. So let's bust up on out of here. Like I said, I'm on lunch break here. I'm starving. I'm going to go home and get a bite to eat, but we'll head out of town here and take the hill up. See that little dog? That's hilarious. Get control of your dog, man. People all bundled up, sweaters and coats and stuff. Like I said, it's cold. I don't know what the temperature is today, but April, you're lucky to get 20 degrees Celsius on a good day. It's sunny, which is helping, but it's still pretty damn cold out. So, Port Stanley, Ontario, good place to visit. Lots of great bed and breakfasts. The bar scene is excellent. Good restaurants, lots of local, mama and papa shops to visit, art gallery, theater, library. It's got all the great amenities that you want in a small town. Great place to spend the weekend. And on top of all that, beautiful beaches and clean water. I'm starting to sound like a economic development and tourism board here. But anyway, I'm out of Port Stanley here, on my way home. Have a good one. Reef Shark 76. Please like and subscribe. Talk to you soon.